Yo, what is up, my beautiful people? So, I have a lot of handhelds, as you can see here, and I know it's ROG Ally X Day, but hear me out, hear me out. I have a handheld from every major handheld manufacturer. We have the Valve Steam Deck, the Lenovo Legion Go, the GPD Win 4, we have the original ROG Ally Z1 Extreme, we have the ANEO Kun here, and a bunch of the Onexplayer devices in the middle here. Now, crazy story. This was actually my first handheld PC ever. This is the Onexplayer 1S, and this is what started it all. This is what made me fall in love with handheld PC gaming. This was the first one I ever got, even before the Steam Deck came out. I was rocking with this exact Onexplayer 1S. I still have it to this day. It has a special place in my heart. You could say that I have all of the Onexplayer models. So I have the Onexplayer 1, the Onexplayer 2, the Onexplayer Mini Pro, the Onex Fly, and also the Onexplayer X1. I have all of the main models. When I saw the Onexplayer Mini, it spoke to me. And I thought that it could maybe right the wrongs of the Onexplayer X1 and perhaps get me back to fall in love with the X1 line. And it also completes the collection, the Onexplayer collection, as I have all of the devices. So today, without any further ado, we're going to be getting into the Onexplayer X1 Mini with the AMD 8840U. It's in this box here. Let's not waste any time. Let's get into it and let's complete the collection. I know it's ROG Ally X Day, but they haven't sent my ROG Ally X yet. I don't have it. Maybe I'll get it tomorrow. But anyway, I'm excited for this one. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, let's not waste any time. Let's get into the box. All we need is our handy dandy unboxing knife. As always, safety first, kids. So like I said, this will complete the Onexplayer collection for me. Even though I was kind of put off by the Intel X1, it really came down to like the performance. I mean, if the performance was decent in comparison to the AMD handhelds, I could kind of forgive the not so ergonomic sticks and controllers, but with the performance being as bad as it was kind of like unforgivable. I just kind of strayed away from it. And it really kind of collects dust because there's no reason for me to pick it up, even though it has a big screen. It's just the performance isn't there when I could play something that is much better. So here we go, the unboxing of the Onexplayer X1. What do we have here? A bunch of stuff, actually. They sent me a, what is that? This is a USB-C to Ethernet adapter here. It has Ethernet on the top and then three USB ports. I was not expecting to get that. So it looks like we're off to a great start. We got some goodies. We can pluck that and file it to the side, as Flossie Carter always says. A mouse? They gave me a wireless mouse. Okay. Okay, they got the goodies going. All right, so we have the controller storage bag, looks like here. I'm gonna try to open this without ruining the package in here. So this is gonna be for your controller. When they are off of the device, you can put them together with a little connector, but it looks like I have to actually ruin this package here to get it off. Okay, so this is actually just the controller itself. I don't have the actual controller connector that goes in between them, but here are the controllers. We know what they're all about. It's the same as the Onexplayer X1. So here are the controllers here. You already know how they feel. Not the most comfortable position-wise as far as the right stick here. The left stick actually feels decent. Right stick, not so much, but let's put that to the side and let's see what else we have here. This is probably the keyboard, I'm assuming. This looks like it could be the keyboard. Yeah, this is definitely the keyboard. Interested to see if this keyboard is better than the original X1. I'm not so sure. The X1 keyboard is decent, but the trackpad is pretty lackluster. Let's see. It's not the best. I guess it could get you by in a pinch. Keys are all right. You're not going to want to type like a full essay on this, a research paper, but for like emails and stuff like that, it should serve you well. Maybe some light gaming, but you know, it's a handheld, so if you're going to do gaming, you might as well just put it in your hand. But here is the keyboard. Put that to the side. Put the case to the side as well. What else do we have? Okay, no, this is the actual Onexplayer X1. Let's get it out of the box here. All right. Put that to the side. And here we have the X1 mini box It's in here, you guys. So let's not waste any time. Let's get into it. Um, Try not to ruin the package here because, when you go to resell it, that's an extra 20% value right there just for having the box. All right, unboxing experience is pretty good so far. I would say we got some extra goodies. I did pre-order on Indiegogo, so when you get it from the official website, it may be slightly different. But let's see what we have here. Getting into the box. All right, we have the device itself. Here it is, you guys. Check it out. Let's not get too excited. Let's put that to the side here. And let's see what else we get in the package. I'm assuming we probably just have like, a charger and cable. Let's see what we have here. We have the cable. Well, actually a pretty large charger here. This is a 100 watt charger, gallium nitride. That is nice. We have a nice braided cable here. So that's good to see. And that's pretty much it. Nothing left in the box. We put this all to the side and let's check it out, you guys. Let's check out the X1 Mini in all of its glory. Here's the pull tab. Oh, that was a fail. That was an ultimate fail. Sorry, guys. Sorry, my bad, my bad. I'm an amateur. I'm an amateur. Anyway, it's ruined. Anyway, it's ruined. Unboxing ruined. But anyway, check it out. Here it is, you guys. Here it is. We have the controller connector on the side here. It does have like a cover in there, so that's one of the controller connectors. Same controllers as the original X1, so we should expect the same controller connectors, of course. So we have the connectors. Let's take a tour around the device. Let's check out the device here. Let's check out the ports on the top. We have headphone jack, USB-A, USB-C. That looks like, I think that's a USB-C 4.0. So it's going to give us eGPU support. Turbo button, nice and clicky button there. Volume up, volume down, volume up. This is a power button that doubles as a fingerprint sensor. On the bottom, we have those pogo pins for the keyboard here. Let's see how that connects. So that connects to the keyboard there. As you can see, magnetic. It's enough to hold it up, so it's not going to come off too easily. And then we have another USB-C. I'm not sure if that is USB-C regular or USB-C 4.0, but we do have that. And on the back, of course, we just have our ventilation and our stand here. How does that stand feel? Not bad. It's not as good as the RG Ally, the Elite Go, of course, but I think it is the best stand like this I ever felt on a device. It is metal. So this is like the best stand I've seen on one of these devices like this. Okay, here it is, standing up on the stand. Pretty good. Here's the moment of truth, you guys. Let's get those controllers connected. Oh, it's actually, it's stiff. It's hard to get on there. That's actually a good sign, I think, because that means it's not going to be too wobbly. Let's get it on there. Oh, here it is. Here it is, you guys. The X1 Mini. This is it. This is it, you guys. The X1 Mini. Now, let's see how we have the full setup here. Put on that keyboard, get the stand out, and now we get to the full setup. Here we go. The full X1 Mini setup. Check it out, you guys. This is the full X1 Mini setup. Let's see how that actually feels. Let's see. Hello world and all who inhabit it. It's not the best, but it will get you by for like emails and stuff. Here it is, you guys. Here is the X1 Mini. Let's look at this in all of its glory. Let's do let's check out, how it feels. We're gonna talk about the ergonomics a little bit. Let's stay focused. We talked about the design, I guess. It's just like, the X1, but smaller. It feels good in the hand. So build quality is solid. It doesn't feel like it's going to like break or anything. There's no creaking when I twist the device. It doesn't feel as though it's going to break. How does it feel as far as the controller connector? It's actually pretty tight in there. I'm trying to give it a little wobble. You may see it like moving a little bit, but if I go this way, rotating it back and forth, it actually feels pretty solid. So I got to give it props for actually feeling high quality as far as the build quality goes. It feels good in the hand. Shake test, nothing's rattling around in there. So I give the build quality a solid A plus, and no complaints on the build quality at all. Now let's talk about the specs of this device. As far as the specs go on this is a Ryzen 7 8840U. It has 32 gigabytes of RAM, It has a 1 terabyte SSD inside here. You can take it up to 2 terabytes now with 2240 SSD. It has 8.8 inch 1600p display, 144 hertz, pretty much the same as the Lenovo Legion Go as far as the display goes, and it has a 65 watt hour battery. So yeah, I mean the specs are actually pretty good here, guys. Now let's talk about the ergonomics, because that's my main thing about this device. After having the X1, original X1, the Intel version, I want to talk about the ergonomics. How does it feel? Because the X1, it's large, it's cumbersome, it doesn't feel too comfortable, and it's not my go-to handout. Now, can this become my go-to handout? Because you guys know I love a large handout. My favorite device right now is the ANEO Kun. It feels great in the hand, great performance, great ergonomics. How does this feel in the hand? No, right off the bat, it does feel lighter. So that is going to lead to a more enjoyable experience, even though the controller is still kind of cramped. As you can see here, the left controller, my thumb is in a natural position, but the right controller right here, my thumb is natural up here, and this is kind of where I would want the stick to be in an ideal switch situation, but it's actually way down here. So it's not actually very comfortable for large hands. But I guess if the performance is there, I may let it slide. This may become my main device, because if the performance is where it needs to be, I could kind of forgive this right stick or kind of get used to it. But I will say ergonomics, it is slightly better than the original X1, only because it's smaller and lighter and your hands are closer together and it's less to actually hold. But the actual ergonomics of the stick is not better. Well, we knew that because it's the same actual controller, so you can't really expect more in that regard. Now, I am excited for you guys. Let's give it some life, see if it comes alive here. I did get the blue light. Let's see it comes to life. And as we do that, let's set up to do some size and weight comparisons between other devices. So stay tuned for that. I'm gonna do size and weight comparisons between all of these devices, because they call this the Mini, but I'm not sure it's actually Mini. Let's do the size and weight comparisons. And let's get into that right now. I think it's gonna be exciting, so stay tuned for that. Okay, so we have our scale here. Let's get the weight of the One X or X1 Mini. So it's 862 grams. It's on the heavy side. Now let's make this our zero weight. So every other device will either be more or less than that number. So it will be positive or negative depending on the relationship to that weight. So I think the first device, it only makes sense to put it next to, is the original Onexplayer X1. Get a sense of the size here. Now it looks like it's about 2/3 the size of the X1. So if you take off 1/3 of the X1, it seems it's about 2/3 the size of the X1. Now let's get the weight here. Comparison to the X1, which I think is the heaviest handout that I have. Exactly 221 grams heavier than the Onexplayer X1 Mini. So now let's go down the line. Now I think the next one will be the one that is, I guess, closely related to Lenovo Legion Go. Check this out. This is the Legion Go. They both have that 8.8 inch 1600p display at 144 hertz. I think this is pretty much the same display as the Lenovo Legion Go, because it even has like the side mounted camera here, and the Legion Go, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it has like a that's like an ambient light sensor for automatic brightness in the same location as the camera here. So this screen is kind of built to have like a sensor in that location, and they're using that for the face unlock. But let's see how it looks as far as the weight. Let's get the weight of the Legion Go here. Okay, so the Legion Go is actually 90 grams heavier than the X1 Mini. So you save 90 grams with the X1 Mini. That's probably due to the like the controllers, being much lighter. There's no battery in the controllers. The Legion Go has a battery in each of the controllers, but that's a benefit because you can actually use them when detached. When you detach this controller, and when I take this off, right, it's actually really tight, guys. When I take this controller off, I can't use this. It's pretty much useless at this point. So that's one of the benefit of having a battery built into the controller on the Legion Go, is the fact that it can work when it is detached. Now let's move on to the next one. Of course, you want to see another heavy hitter, the Steam Deck OLED. I have a case on my Steam Deck, and I'm gonna keep the case on. Actually, sue me I always have a case on my Steam Deck, so this is how I'm gonna use it. Sue me if you don't like it. It's 77 grams lighter than the X1 Mini, so it's still lighter. Without the case, it may be 100 grams lighter. It's 77 or more grams lighter than the than the X1 Mini. Let me take the case off because someone's in the comments gonna say you didn't take the case off. It's not a fair comparison. Okay. I'll take it off. I mean, it's already lighter. What more do you want? Anyway, 241 grams lighter. Okay, that's better. You happy? You happy? The case is so heavy. You happy now? Anyway, it's 244 grams lighter, the Steam Deck OLED. Let's move on to the ROG Ally. Not the X, just the regular ROG Ally. No, the ROG Ally has a case on it, and I'll let you know now, I'm not taking the case off because I have the D brand kill switch, and this thing is hard to get on and off, so I'm not taking the case off. It is 104 grams lighter. Let's say it's 250 grams lighter without the case. Anyway, I mean, you guys know it's lighter, so don't give me a hard time in the comments. You know it's lighter. Now let's look at the big boy. This is my favorite here. This is the one that's going up against in my mind, the ANEO Kun. Check that out, 106 grams heavier there. Yeah, 106 grams heavier. Let's check out the size here. The size. So we can see the size comparison is actually not much like wider. So similar footprint actually. Yeah, similar footprint. But you know, we have a larger screen and the controls are not as ergonomic as the ANEO Kun. Actually, I'm so excited, you guys. I forgot to show you the size comparison between the ROG Ally. I forgot to show you the size comparison. Sorry, my bad. I'm too excited, you guys. I'm too excited. Don't come for me in the comments. Here it is next to the ROG Ally. And of course, we need to see it next to the Steam Deck. Sorry, you guys. I'm all over the place. Exciting day today. Here it is next to the Steam Deck OLED. Similar width, or length, but you know, the X1 Mini is wider. So there you go, next to the Steam Deck OLED. Now, this is the one I'm really interested in seeing. This is the device that is actually mini. This is the GPD Win Mini, a real mini device here. And it is, check that out, 320 grams lighter than the X1 Mini. Let's look at the size comparison here. I guess we can look at it this way. Check that out. That's open. Now let's look at it closed. Here it is next to the GPD Win Mini. 1X Fly, check that out. Very small device, 7 inches, very compact. How much lighter is it than the X1 Mini? Pretty light, actually. 240 grams lighter than the X1 Mini. That is good. Now, one last device. We're gonna put it up next to the GPD Win 4, one of the smallest devices I have in the arsenal today. GPD Win 4 is 252 grams lighter. Let's get the size comparison here. So here we have the X1 Mini and the GPD Win 4. Very small in comparison, even with the keyboard slid out. Very small in comparison. So yeah, those are the size comparisons. Very large device, but not like too large compared to all the big boys. Anyway, let me get you guys out of this. Video is way too long. Let me give you my final thoughts and answer some burning questions I've been having about this device based on my initial impressions. Okay, so based on my initial impressions, there are some questions I have about this device here, the X1 Mini. This is my absolute favorite handheld right here after using all of them, the ANEO Kun, because it feels great in the hand, it has great ergonomics, great controls, great performance, it has a great screen, even though it's only 60 hertz, as people like to say. It's my favorite device. The question is, can it be replaced by the X1 Mini? Will this be my main go-to device, after, just my initial impressions and hands-on? I think it actually has a good case to be made. Now, the ergonomics definitely loses. The controls are not the best, but it does gain some points in the screen. We have that large 8.8-inch display. It gains points in the performance with that 8840U. So we're going to get, maybe 5 to 10% better than the 7840U in some games where it matters. It has the potential to be my go-to device. I will have to give up a little bit as far as ergonomics, but I think it's in a good place to, become my main device. just because the screen, the performance, and all of the features that it has to offer. No, can it be an actual 3-in-1? That's my next question. Can it be a 3-in-1? Would I want to replace my my laptop and tablet with this device here? It's actually hard to get the stand out. Okay, so would I replace my laptop and tablet with this device here? Um, I'm not sure. In all honesty, no, I don't think I will replace my laptop or my tablet with this device. That doesn't mean it's not good as a 3-in-1. I just don't think it's good enough in any one category to actually replace like a dedicated tablet or a dedicated laptop. It can get you by for sure. It can definitely, get you by and serve its purpose. But for one, it's very thick and heavy as a tablet. It's about twice, 2.5 times the thickness of a regular tablet. And as a laptop, the keyboard is not, too comfortable. So you're really going to be given a lot. As a 3-in-1, it does succeed as a 3-in-1, but is not better than any one of those devices that it tries to do in its 3-in-1 sort of aspect. So it does succeed as a 3-in-1, but it wouldn't, I don't think it would replace my laptop or my tablet or my handheld. It is a great all-in-one. So if you need an all-in-one, you can only get one device. This may be the one to get, or you may consider the AMD X1. They have an AMD regular X1, but this device is really just, in my opinion, is not very comfortable as a handheld. So I actually didn't buy the AMD X1, so I don't have that at all. I thought the X1 Mini would give it, the X1 line another chance, just to win me over. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely put this thing through its paces. Let me know in the comments down below if there's anything I left out of this video that you wanna dive into in depth in videos coming up. I should have the ROG Ally X tomorrow. I'm still walking around with this this old outdated ROG Ally. My ROG Ally X should be coming tomorrow based on the shipping predictions. But anyway, let me know in the comments what you want to see next regarding the Onexplayer X1. Let me know what comparisons you want to see. We have all the devices here, so let me know what you want to see in the comments down below. And yeah, I mean, let me know if this is a device that you might want to consider. Oh, the price, it's on Indiegogo right now. I think it's around like $950 something on Indiegogo. It is on the official website as well, so you might want to check both of those places. But yeah, it does cost a little bit more than the ROG Ally X, but I think it does have some things to offer. More ports, it has OcuLink, it has more RAM, a larger screen. It has some things to offer that the Ally X and other devices don't have, so that's something to consider. But anyway, that's it for the X1 Mini unboxing, first impressions, deep dive, whatever you want to call it. Screen actually looks great, but yeah, I'm gonna go in depth in some future videos. Let me know what you want to see. Anyway, like, subscribe, ring that bell, all that great YouTube stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I know this one's probably too long. Thank you for sticking around. Comment mini in the comments below if you made it to this point, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.